你看这，呀，那我是不是比较在的？你怎么在的动是吧？看这动过来嘛，拿过去，这是不是的嘛？看到动的嘛，要没的嘛？你们，然后啥要嘛的人？
这是有的。
说这个啥都对，是对的，是对的。
快点，定的。
说是真的。
让这们中
啊，
让这们
不让跟这差不多。
So this was many years ago, and now these kids are adults, and they are running their own entrepreneurships. Now, what was really important for us was that the school is not just about learning languages. Of course, that's very important, or about mathematics. For us, the most important things is to prepare these kids for life, so that they can really go into regular schools and learn later with their sighted people without any special pedagogue next to them on their side. But how to prepare a kid like that? When we want to empower children, especially blind children, who are maybe not able to look through a book or to look at a television show about the world, we need to bring them into the world. We need to let them experience the world with their whole body in a very holistic way. That means they have to experience, feel, and truly live the different elements: water, air, life, forest, all the different things. So what we did was we went with them to a whitewater river. We went with them rafting. We taught them how to swim in white water, where there are lots of waves and beautiful, beautiful sounds. We taught them horseback riding. And later, these kids, they were able to jump on a bare back of a horse and gallop away. And when the horse didn't really like it, it would know exactly that he got rid of the child when he would walk or run underneath a tree. And then the little child was hanging in the tree and was happily laughing and jumping down again. So these kids are so motorical. They can laugh and they can run and jump and swim and run with their little kiddie canes through the city. And whoever comes through Lhasa and see these little kids being so confident, they understand that blindness doesn't have to be a disability. Now, I would like to show you a little other clip from our kids. So please, the second clip.
In our school, we learn to read and write in 3 languages.
母它没白心。
太阳像一个大火球，刘烨打着这小。
Tried husband to help her wash up. He rushed for safety.
This is a braille machine.
我是卓玛。
我是
卓玛。
Joa,
Zambula.
Zambuli. Hakusune.
This is Germany. This is China. This is the tiger class.
莲叶和甜甜，
莲叶和甜甜，江南国彩莲。
莲叶和甜甜。
莲叶和甜甜。This is the rabbit class. A-N-G beforehand.
Okay.
After rabbit class, we go to regular school.
All were trained to become a masseur. The first 5 graduates opened their own clinic.
When we want to have fun and to buy things, we go downtown.
Downtown, when you've got worries, all the noise and the hurry seems to help, I know. Downtown, just listen to the music of the traffic in the city. Linger on the sidewalk where the neon signs are pretty. How can you lose?
Our cook and house parents make delicious food.
In the evening, we play. We dance. Or we sing songs.
Now you see what blind people can do. So don't stop us now.
Stop me now. Don't stop me. 'Cause I'm having a good time. Having a good time. A shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. I'm a racing car passing by like Lady Godiva. I'm gonna go, go, go. There's no stopping me. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me now. I'm having a good time. Don't stop. Yes, I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all.
So last summer, Paul and I, we went back to Tibet. And actually for a rather sad occasion, because the Chinese government wanted to close down the project. It's not clear yet, but there is a danger because they need blind kids in their regular homes for disabled people. Unfortunately, they don't have any specialized personnel. And it's just to save their face. And this is a very, very sad occasion. Luckily, 300 blind adults who went through our school and went through mainstream schooling and through universities, they are actually really are successful. They are breadwinners in their families. They are running their own businesses. A lot of them became entrepreneurs. They are running massage clinics and little tea houses and restaurants. And some of them even have social projects, which of course is very, very nice. Now, a lot of people, they ask us, why is that possible? That the blind become so much more successful than their sighted sisters and brothers in a world that is actually blind unfriendly. And we So I try this one. That sounds good. So we thought about this, and we thought about, well, there are a few things that are common to all these blind kids. One thing, for example, is these kids have nothing to lose. They can risk something. Isn't that beautiful? Whatever they do is a plus. No one has really over-the-top expectations. Now, the second thing was, they don't have to be everybody's darling, because good girls and good boys, they never really change the world, right? So they can stand their point. They can stand straight for the things that are maybe not preferable in a society. The third thing is, we taught them to be ethical, to be transparent, to not come up with excuses, or even to be punctual. This is something that is definitely a huge advantage in the Chinese society, because the Chinese are always on time, and the Tibetans are never on time. And then, of course, guess who gets the jobs, right? Now, the fourth thing was that they learned to dream, and dream big. And that's, of course, something that we all need to learn when we are little. To dream, to believe in our dream, and to paint our future as beautiful as possible, and to really know what we want to do. And the fifth thing is, they learned how to embrace their limitations. Because after all of us are in one way or another limited. But most of us don't want to admit it, right? And they learned how to embrace it, and not only how to accept it and embrace it, but actually to make something much better out of it. Now, Paul and I, we also had our dream. We thought, if this all is possible with blind people in a society that is really not blind-friendly, how about empowering people from all around the world, from other marginalized society, to start and run their own social ventures? And this dream brought us to Kerala, to a place that is central in this world, a place that is situated in an area which looks a little bit like a springboard. A lot of people from North India, they would say, why do you go to Kerala? This is the backyard of India. And we said, well, just turn it around. And then Kerala is on the head of India. And it becomes the gateway to the world. So now, we sat here many, many years ago, I think 12, 13 years ago. We sat here very close to Trivandrum and Nedumangat with a friend of ours, and we dreamed about this project, this center, which we wanted to call Kantari. Later, we found this name, Kantari. Kantari, the small but very spicy chili that grows wild in the backyards of Kerala. And it's not only spicy, but it's also medicinal. And for us, it was the perfect symbol for someone who is a social change maker, who's not just talking, but who's walking the talk, and who has the guts or the spice to challenge the status quo. So in this Kantari center, which we built in Velayani, in south of Trivandrum, Nemom, we have trained already 183 participants from 41 different countries, and 70% of these participants, of the graduates, have started social ventures. And they are coming here for 7 months, and after these 7 months, they have a presentation to the Trivandrum public, the Kantari Talks. Maybe some of you were in the Kantari Talks in 2017. I would like to show a little clip of these Kantari Talks where they perform their ideas, their life stories, and of course, their solutions and what they want to do for the world. Please, the third film.
One day, in a community meeting, he came and beat me in front of the community. 140 people. I felt so embarrassed. Next day, when I come to office, my manager give a termination letter. Go back to your home. Manage your family life.
All the ingredients that society said are required for a very happy life. I had all of that, but still, the pain was too much. I just couldn't take the pain. I didn't know what to do, who to speak to. I felt that life didn't have any option. And everything came down to this.
I was completely immobile and bedridden. But now, I can stand. And even walk for a short distance. The medical condition, of course, was just one part of it. But I felt more disabled by the attitude of the society. The indifference around me grew. All that people would talk about was my health, my newly acquired disability, endless patronizing, and constant comparisons between how things were before and how they are now.
See, I'm alive and happy.
So as it says, you can watch these talks in full length on YouTube very, very soon. Now, the last one, Alfred, was one of our only blind people. We love blind people. Unfortunately, not so many apply for this course. He was the only blind person, and he explained how he survived, and he is alive. Now, you have to understand that this man had quite a tough life behind him. So when he was sighted, he just became blind in 2009, and when he was sighted, the rebels in Uganda kidnapped him and tried to make him to a child soldier, and he was with them for 1 month in the bush. He got shot, and he could escape, like many others also. We have other Kantari participants who lived similar situations. Now, he could also escape, and he came back to the camp, and in the camp he turned blind. And when he became blind, his brothers, of all, they took him to the jungle and left him there to die.